All right, let's be real for a second. We've all been labeled, right? Oh, Jerry, he's an introvert, or he's such an extrovert. But here's the thing most people have no idea what those words actually mean anymore. They think it's about being shy or being loud. Simply, it's not. So today, I want to give you a new perspective on how we actually function. We're going to break down introverts, extroverts, and this group in the middle I call ambiverts, also known as reverts. We are looking at what makes them magnetic and what makes them, well, a bit much, and also how biology and society can also play into that. Now, before we get into the why of all of this, please do me a really quick favor. If you like looking at the world a little differently, um, thanks to these videos, do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. It helps keep the lights on here at Perspectives of Jerry, and I actually like having you along for the ride. All right, so let's break it down first. The energy battery. This is the core of all of it. For the introvert, these folks aren't necessarily scared of people. Their brains are just naturally loud. Imagine, if you will, their internal world is already a rock concert. So when they go to an actual rock concert, sensory overload. They aren't recharging when they're alone. They're just trying to let the noise settle so they can think again. For an extrovert, it's complete opposite. Their internal world is just too quiet. It's like a car idling at a red light. To get moving, they need the outside energy. They need the crowd, the noise, the talk, the buzz. That's their fuel, and without it, well, they just stall out. And then we have the reverts, commonly called ambiverts. This is probably most of you, to be honest. You're looking at the switch hitters. You can go to the party. You can be the loudest person in the room. You're charming. You're on. And the second you get into the car to go home, switch flips. You're done, and you need 3 days just to feel human again. You revert back to yourself. Now, and trust me, people have even witnessed it too. They've seen me go to an event all day long. I'm on. I'm talkative. I'm awesome. I'm here. I'm there. I'm everywhere. I'm smiling big. For the next hour in the car ride home, my girlfriend's like, "This is the quietest I've ever seen you." I don't think she's ever seen me having to decompress after an event. So trust me, I know how this feels. It's exactly that. So, what's attractive about each of these types? And also, what's annoying about them? We're going to start with the introvert. Their magnet is the mystery. They don't talk just to hear their own voice, and when they do speak, it's usually something of meaning. People find the depth of that is grounding. However, the repellent to these types is they can be cold. If you're an introvert and you're processing, well, people just think you're mad at them. Well, you're not. You're just thinking. But to the outside world, it looks like a do not disturb sign was just taped to your forehead. And the extrovert. We all know these people. The magnet is that they have the golden retriever energy. They make everything fun. They bring people together. You want them at the party. However, they can be exhausting. Sometimes they don't know how to read the room to shut it down. They can suck up the oxygen in a space without even realizing that they're doing it. Not their fault, just the way it is. Now the revert. Okay, their magnet is adaptability. They're the ultimate chameleon. They get everyone, and they're the bridge between the loud people and the quiet people. They can fit in with any type of group. Give me if I don't know people, give me 5 minutes and listen to the conversation. I will fit in where you have no idea. I did this actually at a party once. Ex-girlfriend went to a wedding reception. I was way overdressed. I looked like this because wedding reception. She thought I was not going to fit in. I wasn't going to have any fun. She went off with some friends. I went off to just hang around the guys or whatever. I mean, literally, they're sitting there in open shirts, shorts, flip flops, drinking beer out of a keg. Does that look like it's my type of people? Nah. But all of a sudden, there's laughter coming in, and I'm in the center of it. Because what I'm doing, I listened for a few minutes. They're talking about NASCAR. I do not like NASCAR. It's whatever it is. I see it's a big thing, but hey, I can talk it. I watched it. I know a little bit about a lot of things. And then I'm talking to this guy in full Harley biker leather. Well, turns out he was a farmer. I grew up on a farm. Guess who I'm talking about? What I'm talking about? Farming. Growing crops. The cows. That type of stuff. The ultimate chameleon is I can fit in where I want to. Or where I need to. Either or. Now, the repellent to this type of person is inconsistency. You're either, one day you're like the life of the party, the next you're ghosting everybody because you're reverting. It confuses people. They don't know which version of you they're going to get. And I'll be quite honest, I rarely know what version I'm going to be until I get there. It's tiring. It really is. So, how does gender factor into this? Now, I'm talking biological gender, just to make it easier. This is going to be where it gets sticky. So, work with me on this one, folks. And if you have comments, please do put them below, because I'm sure, people's general experiences or their personal experiences may differ from what I have here. But biology and society do play a huge role in how we see these traits in men versus women. Let's start with introverted men. We call them the strong and silent type. Or, we could also be the geeky expert. It's cool. It's masculine. We're experts. But for introverted women, society's a little harder on them. They're called stuck up or mean, or just they're not performing that bubbly social energy that society expects out of women. It's kind of a double standard. And, in researching what I have been on a personal level, yeah, there's a lot of double standards out there. Some aren't fair. Some are just the way it is. Don't know why. Wish I could fix it. If we take the extroverted side of it, well, an extroverted man is seen as a natural leader. But an extroverted woman, she could be labeled as dramatic or too much. She's doing the exact same thing as the guy, but the label changes. Or the definition of the label changes. And now there's my people, the Reverts, the Ambiverts. We're a burnout trap. Women who are Reverts feel like they have to be that social glue at work and at home. And while men who are, and on the opposite gender for men, we're pressured to be that always on alpha type. Dude, that's a lot of pressure. And burnout happens just so fast. I mean, seriously, I can only take people for so long before I'm like, okay, I need to go over here for a bit. Give me a second. Let me chill out. Okay, at the end of the day, none of these types are broken in any way, shape, or form. It's just how we're wired. And so whether you're 100% introvert, a total extrovert, or like a revert like myself, the key is knowing how to manage your battery. And once you figure out that type of battery management, your life will get a touch easier. Hopefully. Okay. I hope this perspective, gave you a couple light bulb moments today. And if it did, please do me a huge favor. Hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button. Knock that notification bell so you don't miss any of these. because, like I said, it keeps these perspectives coming. And if you feel to support me just a touch more, please go ahead and click on the link in the description for buymeacoffee.com/perspectives of Jerry to help really keep the camera rolling. I would really appreciate it more than you know. Until next time, my name is Jerry. Thank you for watching this Perspectives of Jerry, and I will catch you in the next one.